pulp mill.
I'm sorry?
The pulp mill is a perfect example for this area. The pulp mill was your anchor store. Okay?
For a lot of things.
For a lot of things. But the pulp mill, I kind of watched and was fascinated about the fact that the Chinese bought it. I don't know what happened, I guess. They violated a few things and it shut down. Well, once the pulp mill shut down, my stats took a nosedive. I mean, at the same time we had the pulp mill, we had logs from Canada coming in. We had viable mills still in operation, right? So over the years, I've seen a decline in international trade. Now, unless you reverse that curve, do something about it within your local government or prospects, then it's going to continue declining. The good part is this year, the California River Company is now exporting chips. They want to bring in more vessels in, which is great. That increases my stats back up. So I was going down pretty hard. As soon as CRC opened up their chips, it started coming back up again. So,
You increased your staff?
stats.
Stats.
Stats,
Yeah.
okay.
Everything's run by stats in the government.
Yeah, there's two of them.
It's probably Amazon.com's need for cardboard for shipping. All of the stuff
Yep.
that's driving the pulp.
Or if you can lower a business in here that does international shipping, that could be another way to generate travel, commerce. So I don't want to depress anybody, but it has been going down, but the positive side, it's starting to come back up.
Another question. Does the, you talked about the agriculture inspection stuff. What does that look like? I mean, because I've heard that we have to peel our logs because some countries will not accept the kind of risks that unpeeled logs have. So what about other things? Like if we started shipping goods from the valley, are you involved in that or not?
My agency will be involved in that, but a lot of times if you have to fumigate like oranges or tomatoes or whatever, we'll have the state get involved in that. The state will they may monitor the fumigation if it doesn't happen now.
So it's more than your department, it's more than your agricultural inspection would.
They
Okay.
can do it, they'll have to staff somebody up here, if you guys.
Start doing that.
Right, and we're actually allotted one agricultural person up here. We have the space for it.
You're allotted what?
One agriculture specialist. So we have the capability to bring in an agricultural person.
Okay, is that on an as-needed basis?
No, not from that.
I got a question. So if in 5 years you retire and we're left without an officer up here, what happens when a ship comes in or as a boat comes in from another seaport and there's nobody here to?
You're assuming that you've been denied by San Francisco to replace me? You'd have to be diverted.
No, I mean, what if somebody with the ill intent is, a sailboat or something, if nobody's watching, they can come in and.
Right.
What's worst case scenario? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm talking, well, you gotta assume that. See,
Well, you have a
I've been
Coast
working
Guard.
with a group for 5 years now to try to get an infrastructure from the valley over here via train.
Right,
So we can get the port going.
right.
And
The port's going, it's just not,
going like it is. In 1968, I think we had 270 ships a year or something.
there you go.
Yeah.
I was born in
But
65.
we need information like this. We need to see who, it seems like Homeland Security would be interested to see that this would be left completely open if there was not somebody here.
Well-
And maybe they would help.
Let me answer your question this way. We're reactionary. In other words, if there's a need, there's shown to be a need, to have us there, we'll be there. But if you look at this map here, do you see anything between us and Coos Bay, between us and San Francisco? There's no ice, there's no border patrol, so they don't have a need to be here yet. Unless there's been a trend where they need to be here, they won't be here.
And the number one thing is terrorism and animals coming in or.
Right, terrorism, drugs, any type of illegal activity. So basically that has to happen before they start permanently assigning to this area.
We're shipping a lot of stuff out here.
Right. Yeah, you start shipping stuff out of here to be used in your bonded warehouse or your foreign trade zone if you wanted to. And basically, you would have a system to where everything's monitored and has to be protected, and you have all kinds of officers.
That's what we need.
Okay? Yes, sir.
Speaking of illegal activity, how much smuggling do you run into?
I can't tell you,
Or I have to kill you, yeah.
but I can say that you have to define your smuggling. You have people smuggling, you have product smuggling, illegal narcotic smuggling. I tend to find this area is more of an export. So it's not really
It's not an incoming issue?
not that I've seen. I mean, you can probably one off a few things that probably happen in this area based on the 101 corridor.
Right.
And maybe even the 5, because it's 3 hours away, not too bad. But I don't see that in my line of work as a threat, where I have to have more staffing up here.
Could you speak to the foreign trade zone that we have here, how you apply your job to that? We have at least 2 foreign trade zones, I'm not sure exactly how many, airport and.
I mean, I'll wait.
We have one foreign trade zone, number 248. It's been designated for this area. And you can always change your location, it doesn't matter, as long as you submit the name. So basically, you're on paper, it's never been activated. So there's no traffic coming through it. Once you have traffic coming through it, then every month we monitor customs and make sure that what's going out matches what the inventory was and that kind of stuff. So once that happens, it'll be more logistics with the paperwork and every month we do basically a screening of what's going on.
That could be the last question.
Did the tip jar get stuck somewhere?
No.
Well, thank you for letting me come again.
Yeah.
Hope I answered a few questions. And if you have any questions, come to my office, it's always open, the door. And these are all takeaways, so take what you want.